We all know Andrés Manuel López Obrador, AMLO, but who is he and what kind of president is he up to be? AMLO, as he is known, has been labeled as a populist, leftist, authoritarian, and nationalist. Yet, he is also being called a pragmatist and a fiscal conservative. And we need to analyze if he is up to be our president. So, let's get started. In economy policy, according to the New York Times, the president-elect says he hopes to finance a sharp increase in social welfare, spending through an anti-corruption campaign and government austerity programs. But there are some critics that argue that the savings won't begin to cover his long wish list. Having promised no tax increase and no significant deficits, how will he work the balance sheet?
One of the campaign promises that AMLO said the most was to banish corruption. With this idea, one of the first actions he made was a public consult, where the people voted about the name. One airport that could have been an international link very close to the capital of Mexico. The argument he gave was very simple. Corruption was involved in the construction of this establishment. Whatsoever, his way of facing it wasn't as good as it could have been. The public consult was made the 25th of October and finished the 28th of the same month. The results were immediate and had a clear decision. The airport was going to be cancelled even though it was 31% finished, and this decision was taken by 69.9% of the participants of the consult. According to the BBC, more than 1 million people voted against the airport. Whatsoever, this is just 1% of the voter registration in Mexico, a decision that ended up in a devaluation of 2% of our national coin was made by 1% of the voters.
But was the decision the best to fight the corruption involved in the management of the airport? Theoretically, yes. The corrupt investors and managers involved lost their contracts and workers continue working in other projects. So this was a good action that cost millions of dollars basing on the statement of Federico Patiño, General Director of the Airport Group of Mexico City. Fighting corruption. Wait. Isn't it a requirement to not have corrupt people in your cabinet? According to AMLO, it isn't. His cabinet is full of ex-formers of the political groups that AMLO attacked as corrupt, the PRI and the PAN. However, not all politicians are corrupt just because they're political group, do they? No. As a matter of fact, they are good politicians. The problem is that he didn't choose the right ones. 4 out of the members of his cabinet are accused of corruption or inconsistencies during their period of work. So, 4 out of 16, that's 1/4 of corruption inside the most important group of politicians in Mexico. If corruption lowers to 1/4 in AMLO's sexenio, it will be a good bet to give the old man a chance.
In conclusion, Mr. López Obrador appears dedicated to setting in motion a great transformation that creates a strong national economy, with much more government intervention, less poverty, and increased national economy. That idealism will surely get the better of him at times. Mistakes will be made. Therefore, his innate pragmatism and real work constraint out to kidding. His future and Mexico's will depend on it.